Hello, friends. Welcome back to the show. Another live stream. I've got audio levels. I've got a picture up. Things seem to be working. Give me a thumbs up or hit a comment there if you are joining us. And if everything sounds and looks good, I see we got Marcus Connett on and Connor Jackson. Hi, everybody. Yeah, just leave a quick comment. Let me know that you're here and we'll get started watching a live watch along of Baby Doll and Love is a Croc. Although it's not exactly a double two-parter, if you will, but it is the two episodes featuring Baby Doll. Let's see, we got Max McKeough on watching Off Balance Batman. Oh, great episode. Lauren Frey is also in here. Let's see, what do you got? Marcus is asking, what is my favorite Batman emotional episode? Wow, I would probably have to say Heart of Ice. I was gonna say Heart of Steel, but that's also can be emotional. But that one I think is pretty emotional. Although this one here as well, Baby Doll, is also a pretty emotional episode as well. So let's see who else we got. We got Alex Lemons. Hey, welcome. So glad you could join us. Yeah. So if you didn't notice, I didn't do a live stream last week. As I had said in my first live stream of this year, I may be doing live streams a little bit more sporadically. I want to try to do them every week or most weeks if I can, depending on what's going on. But I wasn't on last week, so I wanted to make sure I'm on this week. Happy Inauguration Day for anybody that is in the United States. And saw that happening today, a historic occasion to have our first female person of color in the seat of vice president. Kind of an exciting time in America, but enough politics for that. But it is a good day, and if nothing else, it's a good day because we're going to watch Baby Doll. It's interesting, and I'll tell you why I picked this episode. These episodes is because so I reviewed these ones in the first pass during the Batman the Animated Series phase on YouTube, and they did okay, just like any other video. And then somewhere along the lines, both of these episodes over the last 6 months, maybe a year even, have been in the top 5 most watched views every month, not of all time, but each month, and they're quickly growing in popularity. So many of you may have discovered my channel from watching those episodes because for whatever reason, YouTube smiled upon me and has started pushing those out, and I get a lot of new views on those videos. So I thought, well, since it's popular, why don't we do that? And I'm really not sure why that of all episodes. I mean, they're good episodes for sure, but they why those ones ranked above anything else, I don't know. I don't know how that happens. I've been doing YouTube for a while, but sometimes things like that just sort of surprise me. Any ideas? Warhawk Beyond says, welcome back, my friend. Welcome. Thank you. Welcome back to you. Ooh, I bumped my whole configuration here. I guess you're doing great. Watch live. Yeah, thank you. I love doing these. These are a great way of being able to connect with all of you right off the bat, getting immediate feedback. I post videos, and sometimes depending on what's going on, I'll try to comment as much as I can. And I know some of you are very faithful about commenting every time that a video is posted like that. So it is pretty cool that happens. But these are a great way of being able to connect immediately to everybody and getting feedback and talking through these episodes. And it's, we watch the episodes as we go, but that's really just sort of background to what else we're doing and having conversations about all sorts of things. Lauren Fry says, Baby Doll is one of my top episodes of BTAS. Such an odd premise, but damn it if they didn't make it work. It's true. I think it is a really interesting premise for an episode and kind of oddball. But it is fun and it's really well executed, and I like how they built on it in the New Adventures of Batman episode, Love is a Croc, having Baby Doll team up with Croc is kind of cool, as you'll see as we get into this. If this is your first time joining us for a live stream, the way that this will work is that we will be watching the episode on your own, and I will sync it up. Because of copyright, I can't play the episode on the screen, but we'll all watch it together. Like, I have a separate monitor up here that I watch the episode on with headphones. And what we'll do, you watch it on your own service, you'll need your own copy of it, whether it be the DVD or Blu-ray or HBO Max. They're all on HBO Max now, or some other streaming service that you have. Or you can rent it on Google Play or iTunes, I'm sure, and all those services that are out there. And then we'll just, when we get ready to go, we'll go 3, 2, 1, play, and we'll get it started. It's about 6 after 5-ish right now, so we'll give a little bit for people to jump on. Got a couple of comments here while we're waiting. We got Connor Jackson asking, Andy, do you agree that Batman The Long Halloween is a good comic? Oh, absolutely. In fact, I got a copy, my own copy of the graphic novel of Long Halloween for Christmas. I've only read it on the digital version, and so I'm pretty excited to jump into that. It's over here on the shelf, which is just off screen right now. But yeah, that is for sure a tremendous story. Definitely incorporates a lot of the detective mystery kind of things that I always enjoy. So yeah, I have to agree. Moods is here. Hey there. JT is Reborn, just jumping on to say hi. Can't make the stream tonight, but I'll watch back later on tonight. Hey, JT, I'm glad that you jumped on and said for a little bit just to say hi. That's always nice of anybody that pops in the live. And obviously, yeah, these are always able to be watched back later. Who else we have on? Just make sure you say hi. We got Moods is here. We got Warhawk Beyond is asking, Baby Doll is such an underrated and tragic character. I'd love to see more of her in the future. BTS appearance at the end of the episode was very emotional. So yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. So this has been going around online that there was an interview with Kevin Smith, who dropped some pretty heavy hints that he has inside knowledge that HBO Max is going to be rebooting or doing a new sequel series to Batman the Animated Series, which is something I know has been long speculated about, and kind of cool. I don't know. I'm all interest. It would be very cool to see that happen, and hopefully his inside knowledge is correct and it isn't just rumors, but I know it's been rumored for a while. But it's funny because he did not confirm. I watched the interview thanks to Watchtower, who every once in a while they are jump on here. But I watched the interview and I thought he doesn't confirm it, but he says that it's certainly, he has very reliable sources that say that it is very most likely going to happen, or it's certainly in the works. However, I know enough about the TV world to know that a lot of pieces have to fall in place for that to happen. Whether, maybe the producers and the writers are working on it, but they got to get the right people to sign on and sign off and all those kinds of things. So what about all of you? Would you be excited to see that, or, want to just keep watching the old ones? Batgirl 18 saying the ending of this episode is so sad. That is so true. It is very tragic. Another one of those tragic stories. Alex Lemons, I think you should cover Pretty Poison, Eternal Youth, and House and Garden back to back, actually. Do all 3 TAS Ivy-centric episodes at once. That's not a bad idea. I like that. That's certainly would be cool. We got Alexander here saying hello. Moods, I saw that. I hope it tries to stand on its own legs. I agree, Moods. Too many of the original cast and people like Shirley Walker have passed away. Would be great to have the remake those as a new world. Yeah, I agree. I think that if they do it, that it should be its own series. Certainly paying homage to the original series is always a good thing. But at the same time, it's like we need to. You can't capture lightning in a bottle twice. So as much as I want to see more of those same episodes, we can watch them on HBO Max or these streaming services and that sort of thing. So I hope they don't just try to try to recreate it, but do a different version. I think we talked about it on one of the live streams in the past. Was I would like to see them do kind of a continuation, doing the in between years of Batman the animated series to Batman Beyond. I think that would be cool. So we're at about 10 after, so I'm going to get ready. Is everybody have their episode up and ready to go? And we'll get this started. And we have, if they do a reboot of BTAS, would you like the original animation or the new event? Oh, I would love to see the original animation. I doubt that we will. I think that that form of art has kind of unfortunately gone by the wayside. We probably won't see that type of artwork again, as much as I'd love to. Just making sure that the audio is all set. But it's like, for anybody that's been watching the new Animaniacs, which is fun in its own right, but is very different. And the animation, obviously you can tell it's 2D animation done in computers, and it just has a different look and feel. But we can discuss that more as we get started on this episode, because I don't want to take up too much time here. And make sure that you all came here to watch Baby Doll. So let's watch Baby Doll. So let me get the time code up here on the screen. And you'll see right over here, you can see where we're at in the episode. If you tune in late or your computer freezes up or what have you, that you can see it all right there. So if everybody's ready, give me a little thumbs up and we will get started here. And here we go. Baby Doll, Season 2, Episode 9. And we're going to be starting it in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, yeah, I forgot that this is the new title sequence, the Batman and Robin adventures, when they switched that over to that in the season 2, kind of rebranded it a little bit. It's neat because it shows like scenes from the show, and I remember when this would come on, seeing clips from the show and go, oh, I haven't seen that episode, or oh, I like that episode. As I'm watching this, I'm going, yeah, a lot of it's from Robin's Reckoning, but not as good as the original title sequence, but still very, very fun. And they again, it's just out of necessity. I think that when they changed it to the Batman and Robin adventures was because they wanted to make sure they included Robin in the stories more, and it was kind of a mandate from the studio to be able to incorporate that. Death of a Salesman, held over. Starts at a theater here. And I think it's very appropriate that they chose Death of Salesman as the play that they're doing in this, because certainly some duality between that story and what we have going on in Baby Doll's story of somebody past their prime. I love the way it starts out. This is classic Batman the Animated Series of, just starting out in kind of that, a little bit of a mystery. Who is this little girl? Why does she know what's going on? And then we have this scene here, Summer Gleason kind of explaining a little bit more of what's the backstory here. And I said this in my original review, but this is like the idea of them having the reboot of Baby Doll, little classic catchphrase I didn't mean to, is that it's a nice little tie-in, and that's what's going on right now, and possibly is what's going to happen with Batman is some sort of reboot. Yeah, my Mac, it is very creepy music, which is very wild. Yeah, Mood saying Robin's Reckoning pushed up into their top favorite episodes. Yeah, it's a great. I think that's another one of those two-parters that deserves to be a two-parter and has a lot of quality story elements in there that just kind of carry it really well. Ryan saying watched Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker yesterday. Yeah, I've got a review of that that's going to be coming up probably once I'm done with the Batman Beyond reviews. I'd like to review uh, Return of the Joker because that is kind of the end of the Batman Beyond series. I love the Tommy gun usage in these episodes. Again, throwback to the old gangster movies, the film noir style, and just adds the sound. The sound effects. I mean, the car crashing and the machine gun, all very cool elements to that. Laura, good point. Yeah, I'm not sure I would be so keen on going down a dark alley um, if I was in Gotham. And also, speaking of Batman Beyond reviews, I posted a video on my channel. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. Just last week, I think it was, that I am calling for entries. If you want to do the 60-second Batman Beyond rundown, as I do at the beginning of each of my reviews, pick your favorite episode and do a try to recap the episode in 60 seconds. Still accepting submissions. Some people have sent their episodes in, and but please jump on that, and maybe you'll be featured on my channel. Sorry, lost the time code here. If you're just tuning in, we're watching Baby Doll. I have the time code up here. We're just getting started, so you can jump in and watch along with us. Can you imagine, doing a sitcom for a number of years as they did here, and like getting captured and then waking up and being on the set? That would be wild. Oh, good. I got a lot of people excited to see the Return of the Joker review. Well, it'll be good. Yeah, mood. Some of the mob episodes, yeah, some of the mob centric episodes. Again, I think that's what really fueled my interest in film noir and gangsters and detectives and all that, was from this Batman the animated series, and the way that they kind of set those up in this show. Well, so my camera might shake a little bit because my cat Oswald Cobblecat, as he likes to do is walking behind my computer right now. And it's probably going to shake things. So just bear with me. It's about time for him to get some attention. So not that he doesn't get enough attention. He's just a very needy cat. As most cats are, I think. Yeah, there's got to be Alex talking about Baby Doll using her residuals from the show to hire these goons and bodyguards, which is, they don't really focus on that all the time in some of these episodes. That, I mean, to hire some goons to follow along and just follow your orders can't be a cheap thing. I'd love to see a episode that's just focused on kind of the bad guys to hire. Bad guys for hire kind of service, like a temp agency or something like that, and would be kind of fun. It is such a unique story. As I'm watching it, I'm going, is there anything else that was like this of somebody from an old show that is, trying to relive their fame and kidnaps all their, I mean, there's no other story that's like that. And it's just, it's so unique. And, and to have this character Baby Doll that seems so cute and innocent and unassuming and is doing some very vicious, evil things. It's just wild. Here's Oswald. You can see him peeking in here. There he is. Say hi to everybody. Okay. See, and then he jumps on my lap, but he won't want to be picked up to say hi to everybody. See? Yeah, he's growling. Well, lay down. And it's such a great turn for her to use her regular voice. As pretty cool moment there. The goons. Oh, there's a shout out to Poison Ivy there. Mowley, yeah. Oswald is he's a good looking cat, but he has a mean streak. Like he really likes me, and but he growls a lot. Like he doesn't bite or scratch really. He used to quite a bit, but he's kind of softened up now that we have some other cats. And but he growls a lot. Like even now he's sitting on my lap. He came to me because he wants pet and attention. Because I'm focused on doing the live stream, I guess. But if he doesn't get the right pets or my hand in the right place, he'll sit there and growl at me, which is just kind of wild. Okay. He also just likes to rub his nose on me. And also his hair is going everywhere. This is really hard to do. Watching live streaming, watching and and not yeah. Oh, too many things going on. Had pop up there on the screen. That's a good point, Alex. We don't hear anything about really Baby Doll's backstory or and they really don't. I mean, I guess it's implied, that the Baby Doll as a child star although, she, with the condition that she has where she's not aging, it could be that she was older when she was doing the show as well. They don't really establish how old she is now or how old she was when she did the show. But I guess listening to her real voice, I mean, I'm hearing probably a middle-aged woman, but they don't really establish how old she was when she did the show or how old she is now. But yes, to your point, Alex, is like they don't really establish if she is really what her parents were doing, if she was like forced into show business. I guess it's kind of implied that, and we've seen this in the real life of like child stars that don't age well, I guess, or don't I don't know what I'm trying to say, like get themselves in trouble with crime and drugs and things like that. So it is kind of a rough analogy, but it's fitting in this. Like I said, they kind of toe the line. They don't really get into it too heavy. Yeah, Tarji. Yeah, that's right. Oswald. He does have a little mean streak, and like I said, he just growls. And sometimes we'll just be sitting on the couch and we'll be talking, my wife and I, and he'll be sitting between us, and he just starts growling. He just gets irritated. I don't know. Uh, Ryan, if I'm saying your name correctly, what is your thoughts on the Batman show from 2005? I didn't see much of it. That's the one that was kind of more of a rock and roll theme. The designs were a little hard to get around, but overall, the episodes that I saw, I enjoyed. I thought it was kind of a fun, different take. And certainly, what I liked about it was, again, they did their own thing. They weren't trying to be Batman the Animated Series. They kind of did a younger Batman, and but not like a teenage Batman like Batman Beyond. So it kind of was a neat take on it. I enjoyed it. What did you think of it? Yeah, that's a good thought, Alex. That when they show what she would actually look like at the end, no spoilers. But when they show what I guess what in the mirror what she looks like is kind of a does take sort of a kind of middle aged look to her. Ooh, Connor, good suggestions. Nothing to fear, fear victory. Um, Hang tight till the end, and we'll I'll let you know how we're going to figure out what the next live stream is going to be, whether it's next week or the week after. Yeah, moods. Yeah, remember the intro? Yeah, the intro of that 2005 show was very iconic. Was very memorable. I remember the bats flying through the air. I think it started with that, and yeah, and I didn't watch it when it first was on. No, I take that back. I was watching it around not long thereafter, 2005, 2006, 7 in there. I'm not sure how long it was on, but yeah, so I think I was watching it around that time because I seem to remember where I was living at that time. I remember watching it. I think it'll be neat. I haven't done this where we're watching. This episode is from Baby Doll from the again, if you're tuning in, we're watching Baby Doll from Batman the Animated Series, and it's kind of interesting that this episode from the original series has a certain look, certain design, certain way of a feel of it, and then to watch a new Adventures of Batman right after this with Love is a Croc. And Baby Doll has a totally new design. Croc has a totally new design. Batman's a little different. They take the yellow out of his suit, but there's certainly enough that's different. It'll be interesting seeing that stark difference. And I love that they chose to have the final battle here in an amusement park or a carnival is kind of a fitting element to the episode. Ryan, you're right. Yeah, it doesn't really go into the complexity of Batman. And I always say, like, I think I'm one of the best fans to watch movies or TV shows because I can watch it for what it is. And I watched that episode or that show, the Batman from 2005, and was not trying to compare it to the original Batman series or trying to assume that it was anything that it wasn't, but just enjoying it for just being a fun sort of show. And it did have some different, I like some of their villains, the take on some of their villains. The Joker was really kind of cool. The Riddler had a great interpretation, and all new voice actors too, and hearing kind of a different performance that they were bringing into those was just fun to watch for what it is. Max said, yeah, the 2005 Batman felt like Batman meets Eek the Cat. It was off the walls from what I remember. That's a pretty accurate analogy. I'll get back to that here in a second. This moment here in this show where Baby Doll sees herself in the mirror as what she would be. This is one of the more emotional endings of an episode here. And I think the connection that she builds with Batman here is something they don't explore in other shows. And also, I mean, come on, a baby doll gun that she has, and the tears, and very symbolic to literally destroy the image of what she would be. Through angry tears. I mean, that's an emotionally complicated scene for any show, but especially for a cartoon or superhero show. And to end on that line, changing the meaning of "I didn't mean to." Wow, it's incredible, and it's a testament to this show and the writing that they put into this. Hang tight. We're gonna just take a quick break as we transition to the second part of our double feature, Love is a Croc. So you can get that episode queued up here if you wish. But stick around. We're gonna just take a little break in between, and then we'll get started on that. But I just want to mention, like, that is such an emotionally fueled end of the episode. Oh, I have another episode starting up here. That is just kind of incredible, and I think it's we talk about it a lot on here, but it's a testament to the writing of the show, and as strange as it sounds, like the bravery of doing tackling a story like that versus kind of taking the easy way out or the softer approach or just ending with that final battle. I think it's kind of neat to have that. We got, my wife is on, Mary Beth. Intermission. That's right. You jumped on just in time for intermission. I heard you sneak down here feeding the cats, which was appropriate timing because if you saw earlier, Oswald was getting a little needy. Maybe that's why he was being so needy. He was hungry, I guess. So the comment up here of about Eek the Cat, it's funny that you mentioned that because Eek the Cat, I remember watching that and just, that is going back, like that's quintessential 90s cartoons right there. And I think that they did tackle it really well. I think that what I mean to say is, like, I think your interpretation of that being like the the Batman show. Very different and very removed is kind of crucial there. So if you're just tuning in, we're just at the intermission point of our episodes here, as we will be next up doing watching along with Love is a Croc. And I'm just going to get that queued up here myself. Got it in a little playlist here. And get that full screen. And so you still, if you've missed Baby Doll, we're going to be starting that real quick. Just taking a little breather here and catching up on some comments here. Andy Reid saying heartbreaking. Yeah, it really is. It really is. Moods, great social commentary. Yeah, and that's what I mean, like that episode talking about, I don't want to get too analytical about it, but it does really capture that kind of, without tackling the subject head on, of like, living past your prime or being recognized for one thing. And I know we talked about it in The Gray Ghost, and having Adam West playing the Gray Ghost and dealing with that kind of subject matter of him playing a character and being recognized for that. Same sort of thing with this episode, kind of a different take on it. Great introduction to the character for this episode. Let's see what other comments we have. Lauren, a lot of comments on the Batman. Maybe I should do a watch along with one of the Batman episodes. I haven't thought about that show in a long time, to be honest with you. Alex Lemons, imagine being trapped in the body of a toddler. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine? You're so right. That is so true. Yeah, there was some. That's what Lauren. That's what I remember most about the episode. Was it had the artwork was a little.
5:37 p.m.
Wow. Okay, it's 5:37 p.m. according to my Apple Watch. Is that it did have like a kind of a unique design. The characters, like I remember the Joker kind of had like a dreadlock look and a huge teethy smile. The Riddler, I think, was like more. Did he have the long hair in that one? I think it was wild. Some of and again, just very different. And I think that's one of the fun things about Batman is you can really invent and reinvent it over and over again. Oh, Connor Jackson, this is my first reaction to the episode. Really emotional. Yeah, it really is. It really is. Mac, don't know too many people that know Eek the Cat. Like I said, I didn't watch it a lot, but I remember it coming on. And like I said, that to me, when I think of, if you want to do a snapshot of what 90s television cartoons, Saturday morning cartoons was like, that's it right there. I mean, that in a nutshell is what it was like. Moods, it's unbelievable. Honestly, Baby Doll is my least favorite episodes, but it still has high quality, and that's a great point. Moods, it is like there is. It's interesting that even an episode like that, and I don't think that I ranked it real high. It does have a great story to it, and it's a really unique character. But it is different. It is a different kind of take, and and when you stack it up against some of the other episodes, it doesn't necessarily hold up. I don't think as strong, which again furthers my point of why it was so interesting that these episodes have been some of my most watched reviews of late, and they're a couple of years old. So that's kind of wild. I do want to mention again while we're on our break. I am going to be jumping into the Batman Beyond Season 3 reviews. If you haven't submitted your recap of the episodes, you can still do that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the episode, my most recent post on my channel that I just did last week, where I'm going to be accepting submissions for anybody that wants to do their version of my 60-second episode rundown, having some fun with that. And people have already submitted, which is very cool. And so far, not a lot have submitted, so there's plenty of slots open. Pick an episode at random and do your recap for it. We're going to get started here with Love is a Croc, which on HBO Max is considered Season 3, Episode 13. again, to me, it's the new adventures of Batman. But we'll get started on that. If everybody gives me a thumbs up to let me know that they're ready, and do that. Moods, too chicken to be on camera. That's okay. Somebody else had asked me about that. If you want to just submit an audio version of it, or you just want to submit I mean, I need at least the audio. But if you want to do that, you certainly can. But if not, no worries. No, you're not letting me down. That's quite all right. I know this isn't for everybody to get in front of a camera and do that. And like I said, any reviews or recaps that I don't get, I'll do them on my own, just the same. But wanted to give those that wanted to participate a chance to participate. So we're going to be starting the next episode, Love is a Croc, here in 3, 2, 1, play. There you go. And get the timer up. Timer over here of the episode as it is going. Interesting. Season 3. This is back to the original opening. And if you're watching HBO Max, it is giving you an option to skip the intro. Don't do it. This is crucial. You got to watch the opening just the same. By the way, new shirt from Christmas, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. Anybody? I asked for 90s cartoon shirts and I got this one. Anybody? Again, one of my favorite shows to watch, and an influence on the whole detective mystery. I love the agency idea of them solving crimes and mysteries and stuff like that. But anybody else? Any other fans of Chip 'n Dale? Yeah, Andy, a genius pairing, Harley and Ivy. Yeah, it's true. This Love is a Croc pairing Baby Doll, the smallest, most innocent, quote unquote, character, with Croc, the biggest, most vicious, animalistic, farthest from cute. Pairing them up and having a little love story is pretty cool. I like the little opener with the from the cartoon or the original show is pretty cool. Yeah, Lauren, I don't know. That is wild. I never made that connection. That I don't know. And sometimes when shows would air in reruns and that, they would flip flop the openings. The old Dick Van Dyke. In fact, I think Dick Van Dyke was the one that started that. In his opening, if you remember the iconic where he would trip over the footstool or step aside of the footstool, it was always different each week. That's back in the 50s. So not that that's what they were trying to do with this, but it did present different openings. And even this is like really quality writing, that in this little opening sequence with her in working in the hotel, which again is sad to see her do that. So just in, what are we, 3 minutes into the episode, we established the old show that she was on. We established her working at a kind of a crummy job, and then we bring in this drunk guy that kind of recaps in a humorous, inventive way what happened in the episode we just watched, the title episode, Baby Doll. And really brilliant, rather than like previously, or anything like that. It's just they kind of tie it all together. Rafiq Omer, have I thought about reviewing the Harley Quinn cartoon? The new one that was on DC Universe, I assume is what you're talking about. Not a bad idea. I haven't, but I have given some thought. And I guess while you guys are here, I'll see what you think of reviewing newer shows. Certainly that's a great tie-in to do those episodes, which are new, and that sort of thing. Maybe that's not a bad idea. That connection. She connects with Croc because they're both different. Again, brilliant writing. So what do you think? Would you like to see me review the new Harley Quinn show? I think that would be the most appropriate, a new animated Batman show, and seeing how that connects. I believe it's a different voice actor for Croc than what we had in the original series, but this voice is really fitting for him as well. Kind of red sky coming through the windows there as well. Mr. Freeze redesign in the Batman. I don't remember that one. I don't remember what Mr. Freeze looked like, but yeah, I do remember some of the characters. I think Riddler was kind of weird, but some of the character redesigns I did really like. Yeah, cheering for the villain, kind of cool. Oh, I'm just remembering as I'm watching this, uh, Croc running out of the courtroom. That was my cold open that I did for my review. Was I was one of the pedestrians. I green screened myself in as one of the pedestrians. If you haven't seen that, go back on my channel, and I think it's in this description. In fact, you can watch those reviews. But I gotta do some more of that green screening myself into the episodes. It's kind of fun. Croc looks like a Battletoad supervillain. Yeah, he does. Battletoads. I haven't thought about that in a while. That was a fun game. I enjoyed that. Lauren, the Scarecrow redesign for in the new, yeah, a lot of people. I hear a lot of people saying that they like that redesign. Much scarier, much darker, much more kind of ominous. He's still kind of got a little more of a human element to him in the original series, but yeah. And again, they pair the two up. Like, it's a great idea that they paired them up, but they really do a nice job of establishing why they're paired up, and not just it being random, but Baby Doll having a real connection to Croc and devising this plan to go help him out is kind of cool. Yeah, Alex, outside the comics, yeah, they do kind of use Croc as just kind of a big thug, kind of a big tough guy, um, and and I made this mistake as well. I think a lot of people that are familiar with the cartoon always associate him with being kind of dumb and being, oh, I hit him with a rock. But if you remember, that line is actually from when Batman was playing Croc. That's not actually Croc saying that. They do kind of play him more of a simple kind of character, but he is by no means, and certainly in this episode, they really have him kind of established as a smarter kind of supervillain, and yeah, he's got a lot of strength and he's very strong and intimidating and all those sorts of things. Uh, but he also is very much a formidable threat, and these two paired up is a good threat to Batman. So let me know, as we're watching this, which episodes do you guys like better? Do you like this one, or do you like the original Baby Doll episode? Because yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna wait till the episode's over to let you know what I think. But I have an opinion that I'm gonna let fully form as we watch this episode. Give it a fair chance, because it's been, I mean, honestly, it's been a couple of years since I saw this. Gotham's Bonnie and Clyde. What a great comparison. And it's interesting too that they kind of fall into this domestic life, and Croc going out to do crimes or whatever, and kind of run amok, and leaving Baby Doll home to the sewer, to make dinner. It's so bizarre. Well, I don't think this is working out quite how Baby Doll wished. Appearance of the Bat Boat. You don't see that very often in these shows. And featuring Batman and Batgirl. Is this a first? Maybe I... Is this the first that we've seen Batman in this episode? Or did I look away from the screen and miss it? So many comments. I'm trying to read all the comments here. Yeah, Andy, you're right. It is very one-sided, and really, it's a very bizarre relationship, and I think that Baby Doll is. I don't know if either one of them are trying to get any emotional support from the other one. Maybe Baby Doll is, but Croc certainly saw Baby Doll as a means of getting him free. But I think there's moments in this where you see Croc that he does kind of have feelings for her. Yeah, I mean, it would have been neat. Alex saying that build on their having Baby Doll and Croc have a bond before they build on this more of a tragedy. Yeah, and I don't know. Like again, maybe it would have been neat to do another episode with Croc and maybe have that appearance of Baby Doll come in at the end. And then they could establish they have a relationship before this. Maybe. I could see that working. Oh, okay, Connor. That's right. Yeah, you see him at the after Croc escapes. I forgot totally about it. I was too busy talking about my little cameo in the episode with the green screen. I was like, there's no way that we're more than halfway through the episode and Batman makes his first appearance. Although that's similar things have been done. Yeah, Ryan, I hear that a lot with Blight in Batman Beyond, that they really just didn't develop him out or give him enough motivation. Is so true. I mean, it is like it is. I wish they would have. And I think that they had high hopes for the character, and I don't know why they just. It's like they spent the whole first season, building up to something with this character, and then it just sort of was a letdown. And maybe because it was such a buildup. I don't know. Yeah, Vendetta definitely has some really great visuals, moods for him, and I don't know. I don't know if Croc is one that we really. I think they could have really done something neat with his origin story, but I didn't mind them establishing him the way they did in Vendetta, where he just kind of appears and he's a mystery to everybody, and just kind of builds out that way. I was okay with that. Blast the bat. Where do you get a giant teddy bear like that? Connor, I don't know. I've been thinking about that, whether or not after Batman Beyond, if I'll jump into Justice League or Justice League Unlimited. Certainly those are shows that I want to review. There's part of me that wants to change it up a little bit, do something a little bit different, and to kind of go back. I set this the goal of doing this channel as reviewing cartoons from my child from the 80s and 90s, and even Batman Beyond is kind of pushing the boundaries. Although now that I've set on that course, I need to review all of the DC animated shows. I am a very much a completionist and I need to do that. But I may take a little sidestep and do something a little bit different. But I don't know. It hasn't been decided yet. Uh-oh, Joker making an appearance in the comment section. Baby doll. Getting her feelings hurt by Croc. Yeah, and Croc just certainly just digs right into the, excuse me, for, just enjoying being free and living it up. That's a good point, Alex. I never thought about that. Croc was not in the TMNT crossover. Now, I know they have more comics about that. I have a few of those. But yeah, they haven't done a a version of Croc in those stories that I'm aware of, and it does. That makes perfect sense. He is a little bit like the Turtles, and who's the character in? Oh, Leatherhead was a giant Croc in the Turtles. Yeah, Moods. They definitely could have done a freeze style tragedy like that for Croc. He certainly would fit right into that. Good blueprint there for their master plan, drawn with crayons and such. It looks like. Uh-oh. I guess I could always do a baby doll head and Croc mouth bomb for that. You know, it's funny. Even the explosions, when you see that orange and yellow explosions like they do in Batman the Animated Series, it immediately makes me think of that show. That color version that they use up there is kind of wild. Alex, yeah, he is kind of the franchise's Elephant Man. Great play, by the way. Uh-oh. Pretty bold plan. Baby doll deciding to a murder-suicide. I mean, they don't call it that, but that's exactly what she's doing, and taking down Gotham in the process. Like, I mean, what a huge plot. And I like when they utilize kind of the detail elements of these stories, that it's not just, oh, they're trying to blow up the city, oh, they're holding ransom, but like this is fueled by jealousy and rage and these other things. And Batman's just sort of breaking up for the safety of Gotham. And even Croc is like, hey, Batman, help me out. She's nuts. We gotta help. Alex Lemons, I know of the movie Cats Don't Dance. I haven't seen it, but Baby Doll reminds you of Darla Dimple. Yeah, not familiar. Anybody else can relate to that? Because I'm not familiar with that. Like I said, I know of the movie, but just never saw it. Is it good? Moods, that's a great idea. And kind of what I'm doing with this is like doing my own pairing of episodes, Baby Doll, Love is a Croc, and then doing, so your suggestion was Riddler's Reform, which is a good two-parter, Second Chance, Harley's Holiday, Catwalk, Double Talk. Wow, great episodes, yeah. Yeah, some good suggestions. Like I said, stick around to the end. I'll let you know how we're going to pick the next episode. Alex, good review. It's all right. It's a guilty pleasure. Yeah, there's movies like that for me too. I just watched, I don't know why this made me think of it. It's probably nothing like it, but All Dogs Go to Heaven, which is just a complete throwback from my childhood. I remember watching that a number of times. It's kind of trippy now watching it. It's kind of hard to believe that I was watching it as a kid. I certainly probably didn't pick up on a lot, but dogs smoking and cigars and all this. But yeah, I love that movie when I was little. An Evil Shirley Temple. Uh-oh. See, like, that wasn't too smart. Croc, not too bright. Yeah, I love that she wants it to be like TV. There you have it. Another great closing to the episode. Not as emotionally driven as the other one, but certainly, I mean, their Baby Doll is having emotions about that, and you see her feelings of that. Yeah, moods. Check it out. Dogs smoking. All Dogs Go to Heaven. It's wild. I should do a review of that sometime. That's a crazy movie. Yeah, so it's really kind of, it's in that same vein as the original one. And I mentioned earlier in there of which episode you like better, Baby Doll or Love is a Croc. And I think comparing the two, I think that they're, interestingly enough, I'm a much bigger fan of the original series and the animation style and the designs and all that sort of thing. And the Baby Doll episode has a much more emotional ending of it. But I think as far as like the dynamics of the story and the interest of it, I actually think I tend to favor Love is a Croc between the two. And that may be different how I ranked them. I can't remember how I ranked them in the original one, but it is. But yeah, that's kind of my thought on it now. Scott Bakula, the main character, and it's fun to imagine him in Quantum Leap. Yeah, Laura, like that's a Quantum Leap episode. That's funny. Yeah. I got to check that out. Yeah, Don Bluth did All Dogs Go to Heaven. Yeah, that was kind of the height of where he was at. So while we have some people on, I'm going to put this offer out there as I did before. I do have the super chat enabled, and for anybody, if you want to suggest what our next live stream will be, if you make a donation through the super chat right now and list out what episode of the DC animated universe that I've reviewed so far that you want me to do a live stream of, we will do that next. Again, if you don't, if you're not able to do a live or a super chat, no worries. I'll have other ways coming up in the future of to be able to put in suggestions. And every time people do suggest episodes that they want me to do, I have a list, and I pull from that list to pull from there. So if you can't donate, that is totally understandable. But if you'd like, and you have an episode that you would like to see reviewed, or not reviewed, but a live stream of, just do a quick super chat. Any dollar amount that you want to list, $1, $20, $5, $2, whatever the case is, and I will do a live stream of that one next. And And if not, I'll pick one on my own. That's totally fine too. But I appreciate everybody that's been hanging out with me for these live streams. And then Alex Lemons putting in there, yeah, if you want to secure your spot as the Poison Ivy for the next episode, just do a little super chat. Not saying it won't be picked anyway, but like I said, I do have a running list, and I know that one is on my list of some episodes to come up next. But again, I do appreciate, I don't want anybody to feel guilty if they're unable to donate. I know everybody's situation's a little bit different, and it's just a way of supporting the channel. But certainly coming on here and watching these live streams with me are a great way of supporting and sharing these and telling your friends and liking the videos and commenting. All those things are great ways of supporting the channel. I am actively working on the season 3 reviews right now. Again, if you want to submit a video or audio of you doing the 60-second recap, watch the previous video where I explain how you can do that. And that's a great way to get involved in the channel as well. But this is fun. I always enjoy doing these live streams. It's a totally different perspective to watch these episodes with all of you hanging out here with me as we watch that. So that's always fun. And like I said, this year I may not do as many live streams as I have in the past, but it's a nice way to check in. And I also want to do some different times. I threw everybody for a loop doing, what was it, Batman Returns was on a Sunday, I think. And I just kind of randomly put it out there to see who would connect. So I like doing the movies as well. So we'll see what happens. So everybody stay posted. Again, if you haven't already, you can follow me on Instagram. And that's where I typically announce first what the next live stream is that I'll be doing. And as always, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in and being a part of the live streams. I always enjoy watching these with everybody. And so stay tuned. There's going to be more great content on its way. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.